coming up in this read. They're gossiping about you and your business behind your back. And there is going to be a revelation about this as well. That's how it is an epiphany. Aquarius, let's get into your August love reading. Any information that you need, as always, you can find it in my pinned comment and in my description box below. If you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, then please switch over the roles, because I could be speaking directly to you, so the energy can be interchangeable. And please also do remember that this is general, okay, which means it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You only take what's resonating specifically for you, and you leave what doesn't for somebody else, okay. Please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind, and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm pulling the strongest energy that surrounds you at this time, and this is going to build the groundwork for the rest of your reading. Now, your first message is inspiration and awareness. So what is inspiring you at the moment? Okay, you might find it helpful to keep a lot of notes at this time, because you could find with Aquarius, because you could find with this particular energy, the inspiration or ideas that you receive, they could disappear again as quickly as you receive them. Okay, so yeah, really be aware of what it is that's inspiring you at this point in time. Let's take a look at these and then we'll put them back in the deck. Okay, conflict, control, regret, gains, mutual, money, moving on, and Capricorn. Okay, conflict about money, arguments about money, somebody trying to control another individual via money, regret and gains. Okay, so that's like, it feels like someone's put themselves on the line for another individual, and they now regret doing that. Like, whoever it was that put themselves on the chopping block, as it were, in order to save or protect or stand up for somebody, there's something's backfired with that. So you could have stood up for the wrong person, basically, or someone that you're dealing with has realized, oh shit, I defended the wrong person when I should have defended Aquarius. You know, it's that sort of energy. Moving on, Capricorn. You could be moving on from a Capricorn could be moving on from you. You could just have Capricorn placements in your own chart as well. Use whatever is at hand in order for you to achieve your goals. Be determined and ambitious, but avoid stepping on others and avoid any heartless ambition. I wouldn't describe Aquarius Collective as having heartless ambition. So that feels like you could be moving on from an individual that was showing heartless ambition, and basically there's confirmation there for some of you, and basically not really thinking about how other people feel, you know, not being very socially aware, not being aware of their surroundings type thing, and just basically trying to barge past everybody and make their presence known. Very intrusive. Okay, and then you've got apology at the bottom of the deck. Sensitive, truth and clarity, forwards, twin flame, release, potential and intuition. Something's moving forward with a twin flame situation for some of you. That there's going to be conversations back and forth between yourself and your twin flame for those who are dealing with a twin flame situation. Sensitive. So someone's feeling very vulnerable, and it requires a sensitive approach. Okay, right. Diplomacy and soul link. Well, that makes sense now, doesn't it? Since we've seen that energy at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, diplomacy is going to be required in your communications with a individual that you share a soul link with, either you or your soul partner. Like someone is feeling super sensitive at the moment, like really emotional as well. There's a lot of hints about an emotional conversation. It doesn't feel like it's difficult, like it's not negative emotional. It just feels like, oh, I really need to get this off my chest type thing. Okay. Transformation and gossip. So this conversation is gonna create some kind of gossip. Rise above it, Aquarius. Again, that's you playing into your strengths, because you are really good at rising above the drama, the chaos, the gossip mongers. Like, you can rise above it again. You've done it before, you can do it again. There's some kind of life-changing information that is coming through via gossip. So while you're rising above this gossip, also do keep an open mind as well, because there are elements of truth within the gossip. Okay, now be really careful with this, Aquarius. The gossip is not the entire truth. All right, there are elements of truth within the gossip. So the truthful elements is going to be very transformative when it pertains specifically to a soul connection that you share with another individual. Okay, I know it sounds really vague, but that's the messages that I'm getting through. So that's what you've got at the moment, Aquarius, until I start pulling more cards and getting deeper and deeper into this. Okay, this is just surface level energy. All right, so give it a moment, more messages will come through. Right, avoidance and apology. So someone is leaning into their ego, and they are needing to deliver an apology. Whatever side of the table you're sitting at for that one, Aquarius, is the side of the table that you're sitting at. It's not for me to tell you this is definitely you, or this is definitely your cross-watcher. You know, like, I don't know your story. I don't know what's going on. I'm literally just feeling out the energy as I'm reading your cards, and I'm trying to make sense of the pieces of the puzzle. But where the pieces of the puzzle land is completely up to you. Okay, if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, not a problem. Right, don't force anything to fit. So someone, again, let's get back on track. I tend to do that a lot. It's really annoying. Someone is avoiding giving an apology. And usually when people avoid giving apologies, it's because they don't want to admit that they're in the wrong. Let's be real. Someone doesn't want to admit, shit, I fucked up. Oh, I made a mistake. My bad. That does take a lot. Like, never underestimate how much that takes for someone to acknowledge that they made a mistake, because people don't like admitting that they made mistakes. Like, nobody wants to sit there and go, do you know that thing that I did? Yeah, that was really bad. I wish I hadn't have done that. I mean, you could probably count on one hand how many people have delivered an honest apology to you, and perhaps vice versa as well, because people don't want to look at their mistakes. It's human nature. So this apology, someone avoiding giving an apology, I feel is perhaps prolonging a situation, and it's making a situation perhaps a lot worse than it's needing to be as well. You know, it can be resolved if whoever it is that doesn't want to look at their mistakes just sits the fuck down and looks at their mistakes, instead of being so wrapped up in their ego. Okay, right, so I'm going to shift these over to the side, ready to pull out more cards, and I'll be right back, Aquarius. What else can you tell us for Aquarius Collective, please, in love? Aquarius collective. Oh, Aquarius, I get the impression you're about to do Capricorn's little trick to me, which is make like half the deck jump out. Thank you. Okay, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. Love and good fortune is coming your way. Avoid greeting them with suspicion. And the magic of the Quail and Druid. Caution, secrecy and wary. Someone might be trying to use you for their own gain. It's up to you to determine your own wellness and appearance. I don't like this card. I really don't like this card. There's two really, really dodgy cards in this deck. One of them's this one, and the other one is things being hidden from you. They've got really, really dark undertones to them, and as soon as I see one of they two cards, like all the hairs on the back of my neck go up, but not in a good way. Manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. Understand your own beauty and the perfection of all that is in nature. So somebody is not really appreciative of themselves, right? That they're not seeing themselves in this light of beauty. And remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? Don't worry if you're sitting there and going, oh, but I'm a man, or oh, but I resonate more with masculine energy. It's not a problem, right? The cards in tarot, not gender specific. Beauty, you can still be beautiful and be a masculine. You can still have a beautiful soul. You know, you can still have a beautiful aesthetic. Like, beauty is still applicable, even if you're a masculine, okay? Basically, someone is needing to start seeing themselves in a much more positive light, okay? Someone doesn't see their own true beauty. Avoid choices or people who are selfish and cruel. This can indicate energy manipulation. So we know what that is, don't we, Aquarius? You're good at reading between the lines. It's black magic. It's black magic. Or someone forcing their will onto another. You see now why I don't like it. And it was underneath the magic of the Quail and Druid, which is caution. Be cautious, Aquarius. Be cautious of who it is that you trust. Now, it feels like a contradiction to this one, because this one's saying, Aquarius, love and good things are coming towards you. Spirit wants you to ensure reciprocity and make sure that you're not too suspicious of this love and good fortune that is currently being gifted to you. However, what we're looking at, Aquarius, is two sides of the same coin, isn't it? Because while you've got this beautiful energy coming in, a lot of yous are currently dealing with this energy here, which means that by the time this good luck, love and beautiful fortune comes in, of course you're going to be suspicious of it. Why wouldn't you be suspicious of it? Because you're currently dealing with this bullshit here. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah? So it's little wonder that you're going to be suspicious. I think we should move on from that and start pulling more cards before I get really upset at that energy, right? I know that when I'm reading, I am supposed to remain separate from the energy that I'm feeling and just describe the energy that I'm feeling. But that can be really, really difficult, not to become too involved with the energy that I'm picking up on. Like really, really difficult. For those who can do it, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. So I'm trying not to get too involved with that. All right. Yes, someone is dealing with a highly manipulative individual who has been either straight up doing black magic to try and force you to do what it is that they're wanting you to do. If it's not about that, then it's literally they could be physically forcing you to go against your own free will. You know, it's like, think about this logically, Aquarius. How can you possibly receive this gift from the universe when your table is currently full with this energy here? You need to clear your table first, and then you can receive this without the need to feel suspicious of it. What else can you tell us for Aquarius, please? Thank you. The escape artist. May sabotage. I'm laughing because it's like, I'm feeling that that's you wanting to jump out of a window and make your escape. That's why I was laughing. May sabotage or end to avoid hurt. Afraid to be loved, still looking. Don't run when it gets real. Okay. I feel that this is all about you needing to make your escape from the manipulator. Some of you are dealing with someone who is straight up a manipulator. Cross watchers, this could be an unevolved Aquarius that's doing this to you, that you're needing to make your escape from, so that you can receive something brand new and beautiful. Okay, again, just take it as it resonates. It's general reading. Altered view. I'm trying to remember who else had this. Sagittarius. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius, or you could have Sagittarius placements in your own chart. But they had this energy as well. Seeing things differently than they are, past or conditioning is influencing the situation. Reevaluate. It's the Four of Swords. Think carefully, Aquarius. Think very, very carefully. Okay. Some of you are so confused because you've become accustomed to dealing with manipulators and manipulative people, that when you do have this gift from the universe on your table, you might not recognize it for what it is, because of your past conditioning, because of what you've gotten used to dealing with. So it might be time for you to really dig deep, Aquarius, and figure out, am I about to run from something that's good? Or do I need to be running from something that is dodgy as fuck? Okay. Rose-tinted glasses. Someone could be making a lot of excuses for a lot of crappy behavior from certain individuals or certain individual. And there are no excuses, okay? Enough with the excuses. It's time for you to look at the situation for what it is. For those of you who are dealing with a straight up manipulator, you'll know it. And you'll know exactly what it is that you've to do. Okay. What else, please, for Aquarius? Thank you. Okay. It's beautiful. Your first card out is the Sun, Leo energy. It's beautiful. Very, very positive. Else for Aquarius, please. 9 of coins. Again, it's more beautiful energy. It's Virgo. That's all about being single, strong, independent. It's being good by yourself. Okay. We had a few there that switched. Karma, so that's judgment. The Empress. 7 of Wands. Knight of Cups. 6 of Swords. Else for Aquarius, please. In love. Thank you. The Hermit. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. There's very strong Virgo presence here. Could be dealing with a Leo. I'll just clean this a second. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Or a Taurus, Libra. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Wow. Okay. This Hermit energy is a funny one. There's an unusual message with that Hermit. I just can't quite figure out what it is. If you just give me a second, Aquarius. Can you tell us more about the Hermit energy, please, for Aquarius? What's this Hermit about, please? Thank you. Death off balance. So it's about this. You see this avoidance and the apology. It's that energy right there, because the 6 of Swords, that can be about like dealing with anything difficult. It's coming out of the uncertainty and heading towards something that is more clear, more obvious. And then you've got this like Hermit, which is about your introspection, going within, digging deep, really analysing what happened, how it can be fixed, this, that and the next. And then it's clarified with death off balance, which is metamorphosis, transformation. But with it coming out off balance, it's like somebody doesn't really want to change. Like, they can say the words, but when it comes down to actually putting the effort behind what it is that they say, it's a lot more difficult. So this is somebody genuinely struggling to change up their concern about possibly how others see them, which is why you've not yet received your apology. Because someone doesn't really want to go, ah, shit, yeah, actually, I made a mistake with that. But they know deep down. Like, they're fully aware. Deep down. But actually saying it, that's another thing entirely. You can tell us about karma. Why is karma here, please, for Aquarius? Tell us more about karma, judgment for Aquarius. Okay, again, like this is unclear because they're off balance again. 8 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so it's like somebody is like teetering on the edge of contacting the other person, but they're like, I don't know if that's such a good idea or not. I don't know if it'll be well received. I don't know if it's going to end up in just arguments and drama. I don't know if it's going to create gossip. But ideally, I would like this second chance. Ideally, I want to send a message. I want to reach out. I want to explain, but oh, I just don't know. Empress, Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups. Why is this here, please? The one that's wanting to reach out, though, does have good intentions with the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, so I was looking at that set of 3, and you've pulled the Tower and the King of Wands. So now you've got a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, that's a true match. It's a true couple. I'm feeling whoever is resonating as being the divine feminine energy within this situation is the one that's being very, very quiet. And it's someone is wanting to message the divine feminine, or the one who resonates with being the divine feminine energy. And tell us more about the Tower, please, for Aquarius. Feels like an epiphany. It does feel like an epiphany. High Priest, Four of Swords, King of Coins. Commitment, non-action. Right. Okay. Yeah, very possible that some of you are actually dealing with a twin flame situation here. Just going by like the hints that are coming out in this read, someone knows exactly how much the other person genuinely does mean to them, but again, really, really worried that they're not going to be well received by the other person for whatever reason. In the meanwhile, Aquarius, you're being asked to take a closer look at what it is that you're committing yourself to at this time, because there's something that you're needing to reevaluate with the Four of Swords. Now again, that's the second time you've had that message come out. It's almost like you're trusting certain people or a certain person at the moment who you shouldn't actually be trusting at all, because they're gossiping about you and your business behind your back. And there is going to be a revelation about this as well. That Tower is an epiphany. It is. Because immediately after the epiphany, we've got somebody taking action with the King of Wands energy. You're needing to have that epiphany before the action can be taken. Someone's trying to figure out, is this worth fighting for? Somebody was fighting for the wrong thing as well, which just complicates the situation even further. Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups. Why is this here, please, for Aquarius? Thank you. Ace of Swords in reverse. So I need to clarify that now, because an Ace of Swords in reverse can indicate a lie. Somebody could be lying about how they're happy. Yeah, look, Page of Cups. That's the apology. Somebody's not happy. So someone has been going along with someone else's plan when they're not actually happy with just going along with that plan. Not happy at all. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That's your happiness, contentment, wish fulfillment. Six of Wands, Five of Swords, the Emperor, Karma, Knight of Swords. Okay. If you're dealing with a divine masculine, Aquarius, they are going through some kind of karmic repercussions for basically not listening to their heart, not not leading with what makes them happy. You make them happy. They're realizing that now. They're facing some kind of karma. That Five of Swords is a difficult energy. I mean, fair play. All of the fives are difficult, but the fives, like the swords, even, it indicates that there's an ongoing situation. Like it's still happening. It's still very much in the present moment. This divine masculine is also saying as well that they're going to win at all costs, because they're thinking about their happiness. Who and what makes them genuinely happy. So they're saying, I'm using that as my fuel. Random. So we're looking at an unbreakable bond here between two people. Give a healing message, please, for Aquarius. Healing message for Aquarius. Okay. South Node, past. Okay, that's also a master number as well, number 33. And threes can be about self-expression, creativity. It can also be growth and cooperation, teamwork and collaboration. Let's have a look, number 33. Past. The South Node describes what it is that you bring along from past lives, your skills, addictions, weaknesses, any unfinished businesses, and a physical place within your body where you may hold tension or ancient karmic stories. The lunar nodes are the points on the zodiac where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. When the moon, sun and earth exactly line up here, a shadow mysteriously covers the sun or the moon and creates an eclipse. The ancients thought a giant creature cast those shadows and referred to the nodes as the head and tail of a dragon. Where the moon descended towards the south is the dragon's tail. So it's like it's the north node, south node. You might be more familiar with the terms Rahu and Ketu, which was, I think, wasn't that a demon? Rahu and Ketu is like the head of the demon and the tail of the demon. But yeah, the north node and south node. Okay, right, so action. This situation has its roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with or look again at old problems, old patterns, and work to heal through them. The situation feels hauntingly familiar, but without a story to go with it. Echoing traces from another time or life, an old love or familiar enemy may return. Well, that's not good. Or the patterns involved could remind you of an earlier difficult chapter. If someone triggers your south node, you may feel like you owe them or that they owe you something, and that while that could be true, this accounting won't help now. Cleanly deal with what is on the table and stay in the present moment. Spooky. Because I've basically said those exact same words to you right at the start of the read, Aquarius. Almost word for word. That's spooky. Learn new ways to respond, new skills that help when old trauma is triggered, or an old craving start to sing their siren song. It's time to break that spell. So for some of you, that this could be like an old addiction rearing its ugly head once again. And you're going to need all of your strength to fight it. Okay. Use breathing techniques, investigate dialectical behavioral therapy, or do something unexpected just to break those patterns and give you more options here and now. Stay focused on a healthy future of your own making. Challenge. Under stress, you could fall back on familiar defenses and relive what you've always lived. Any PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits or relationships all operate around your south node. Use this opportunity to heal triggers and patterns from the past. Take them as teaching moments and learn. Then your hard-earned skills and wisdom can help you to build your future. It's a bit of a loaded message there, Aquarius. But again, take it as it resonates. Else, please, for Aquarius. So basically your south node is asking for you, look, if you think about it, your north node is all about what you're attracting, and your south node is all about what it is that you're releasing, letting go of, or should be releasing and letting go of. So like if you think your north node would be like springtime, where things grow and where you can plant your seeds for the future and all that good stuff. So that would mean that your south node would then be your autumn time, where the leaves fall from the tree. So what is it that you're holding on to that is unhealthy, that needs to be released? Or what is it that is come back to haunt you, or come back to trigger you? Okay, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. So make sure you're getting a healthy diet. And follow that inspiration that you feel wherever it leads you, okay? Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. It's a contradiction. It's a contradiction. So that would be a message for somebody who is about to make a mistake, who is about to make the wrong decision. That's a message for those who are about to fall into that temptation to go back to habits old. Detox. Yes. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Exactly. U equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. I don't feel that you're being a control freak, Aquarius. I feel you're needing to break free from a person who is being the control freak. Because anybody who knows anything about Aquariuses will know Aquariuses are not control freaks. Not even in the slightest. Fair enough, yes. You can get assholes, but you get assholes in all walks of life, in all echelons of society, under all of the zodiacs. You can get some assholes, yes, absolutely. For the majority, Aquariuses are not control freaks, for the most part. Okay, and it's important that I make that distinction. But yeah, I need to leave that read there, Aquarius. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. The booking link should also be in my pinned comment below as well. For anybody who feels that they could benefit from additional support within their relationships, then you might want to go check out Everlast Therapies by clicking on the link up here. There's also a playlist available on this channel called Podcasts and Interviews, where Ernie from Everlast Therapies has already provided us with so much valuable and interesting information for free on how we can already improve our relationships. So I definitely recommend going to check them out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.